Hey guys, welcome to another IndieTips.com tutorial here on Ugly McGregor. Today we are going to look at lighting a scene which gives off the effect that the scene is lit solely by candlelight or even a fire. Now, coming in from a DIY, low budget filmmaking standpoint, this can be tricky because you're not going to have specialized lighting equipment to light the scene and pass it off as candlelight, and you won't be able to solely light the scene by candles only. Because if you did try to do this, you're going to need a lens that has a really wide aperture in the 0 point something zone. And also, there's a possibility that if you have 24 candles lying around your scene, your set designer could possibly catch on fire. True story, I won't go into much more detail. Cinematographer of Terminator Salvation, Shane Hurlbut, published a blog on how you can create a similar effect. But instead of candlelight, this was for a household fire, but the same notion applies, because what you need to try and achieve is the flickering that the flame gives, but also have enough exposure so you at least have a range of midtones on your subject. Shane's method was to create a light-emitting device that used an array of bulbs to flicker in a manner of the fire. And while the device was awesome, it was already out of my league. I'm no electrician, and the supplies to make such a device was going to take a big chunk out of the already decreasing lighting budget. On the film True Grit, Roger Deakins employed a similar effect. Again, while it worked well and created the effect of a fire, the device was pretty complex and I couldn't get hold of those materials needed. And even if I did, I wouldn't know what to do with them. So it was the day of shooting and I had an on-the-set idea. And while the set was being dressed, I quickly ran a lighting test on a hunch, and this was the final result. And this literally cost us nothing, as we already had the one essential tool needed to do this effect. This is an ungraded reference shot, so the set guys knew where the props were originally placed and so forth. So we have candles scattered around the room which were going to provide our fill lights to the scene, and what we needed was a key light to illuminate our subject's face, but we also needed to make sure that the light was soft enough to mimic the incandescent glow of the candle, and also flickers like one. So how did we pull this off? Drum roll, please. All we used to obtain this effect was a $30 5-in-1 reflector. We took a 300 watt light, closed the barn doors, and then also put some cinefoil around it to further decrease the amount of light. So all we had was a very fine beam of light travelling across set. Now I must add, obviously if you have a less powerful light at hand, the better. We angled this light to the corner across from the actor in shot. This light would travel across set to where the reflector was being held by the assistant, who would slightly wiggle the reflector. Now the reflector had the golden side out. This would illuminate the actor with kind of the same colour that the candles were producing, to some extent, but it worked. And the wiggle helps imitate the flame flicker. Job done. That was it. So, we were going through these blogs and YouTube videos trying to find every possible way to try and do this, and in the end we already had the tools available. It should be noted that in a lot of scenes where the character is lit by fire, there's often a cold light in the background, usually the moon or something like that, to help make sure the actor's head doesn't fade into darkness. However, with this story location, there were no windows. So I hope this has helped you in some shape or form. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for more. Until next time.